pretty strong suspicion that Lupino had betrayed the rebellion, and he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
See.
Every child knew about the Skyripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces deep. And then, this Emperor's horrific sacrifices had brought it back to the surface. Renato wasn't exactly sure how to use the legendary weapon. But surely, there must be some way to do it without provoking another catastrophe. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep? As he set foot on the island, Renato couldn't help feeling a bit curious. Was Lupino still waiting to be rescued? Ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Renato felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why had he chosen the Skyripper? Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Skyripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it? That had been his mistake before, trusting his old friend Lupino, who had been through so many battles with him and shed so many heartaches, who he'd rescued so many times. What was up with that guy anyway?
Say goodnight, Gracie, said Renato, wondering who Gracie was.
Skyripper's Armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
That's it.
Renato asked himself why he changed course to confront Zenobia. He'd no idea. Sometimes he would just do things, and he could never figure out why he'd done them. Usually, they worked out. After... The truth is, though, he wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Swordfu school. He'd followed every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all, she was his enemy. No, it was solely because, know your enemy. All right, maybe he should stop pretending. He knew exactly how she felt about it. But their love affair always ended with a tragic death. Unless, maybe he could find a way to dodge tragedy. Surely he could, couldn't he? This chest made music when you opened it. Too bad it was Muzak.
Weird.
It looked like they'd forgotten to turn off their flamethrower. He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he? Ha! Bet you never saw that coming.
wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core?
Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous.
These streets were familiar. The swordfish school was closed now. And he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that pub. He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well. No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself. Renato slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up on her bed.
That makes no sense. It's a trap,
Shouted the Emperor.
I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators.
If Renato came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
What are you doing? Asked Zenobia. Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you?
He asked her.
She shook her head.
He told her.
They could make him an eater of souls.
An immortal. But to seal his bargain with them, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him. She was stunned. Furious.
Oh.
You're lying. Under a truce spell? It's a trick. You can't prove that. Take me to the observatory, and I will. What kind of proof could you possibly have? She said as they landed on the Nexus. Your father ritually sacrificed a village. And he left witnesses? The scientists resurrected one. Well, it's not really alive, but it can talk. A true witness. She frowned. The dead can't lie. Well, I bet they could. They just don't have any reason to.
Jim.
She caught up with him. Don't you think I'd know if my father wanted to invoke the Lost Gods? Would he tell you? No.
No me lo estoy viendo.
The Emperor had learned enough secret from Renato to crush the rebellion. It would be a fair trade if the scientists could convince Zenobia to change sides.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The ravens had burned the reanimated witness to cinders. Renato was stunned. There goes my proof. These were scientists, not rebels, Zenobia said, upset. Why would he do this? I don't know. Let's go to the fleet and ask him. Yes. I'll meet you on the mountains. There's something I have to get first. But could he afford to meet her in the mountains? He'd given the Empire the location of the secret rebel base. They would need rescuing.
Oops. So. finish this one still.
Bernardo was torn. He wanted Zenobia to see the truth of her father. But she could get the truth out of her father faster without him tagging along. Meanwhile, the fleet would soon be knocking on the door of the secret rebel base. Bernardo had better be there when they did.
So he had given the Skyripper's core to the Empire. He felt stupid about that.
He hoped the Emperor didn't bring the Skyripper against the base. There was nothing he could do to fight a legendary weapon. Bernardo hated when he screwed up. One of these days, he would learn to look before he pounced. But today is not that day. He intoned for his own amusement. Thought about Hypatia's kid. Poor, dumb Peter. Cut down by a goggler.
He wondered if Peter had known he was protecting the Book of Destinies. Or was he just another brave kid, making his mummy proud? Bernardo decided not to tell the Council he'd given the Empire Skyripper's core and the location of the secret base. They needed him in battle, not in a brig, right? The Raven was slumped in a pile of its own feathers, like a tree in November.
You can't stop us. The Emperor has a weapon no warrior can defend against.
What happened to you? Bernardo asked. But the Raven chose that moment to go to the great nest in the sky.
So they made the cord into a weapon. That wasn't good.
Hey, why don't you guys fight in groups? Oh, I know. Because there's no I in team. Long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
See what's over there. Hopefully this one is fascinating.
Renato had never slain so many ravens. The secret base was gonna stink of burnt feathers for months. The council speaker was confused.
Our spies say Zenobia has gone berserk. She attacked and destroyed an entire squadron of dropships.
This was amazing good news. He'd shown her the Emperor's evil. Now she'd gone over to the rebel side. Now is our moment. Attack! Renato exulted. They could win this thing. Zenobia commanded half the fleet. Who would follow the mad Emperor when they could follow his heir, who was wise and smart and a brilliant sorceress besides? But what about the core and the Iblis Stone? What evil could the Emperor wreak with those?
As he closed in on the Imperial fleet, Renato liked his odds.
Oh, how had he gotten into this mess? He'd never... And then there were a lot of dead ravens here. Renato felt restless. Maybe he could focus all that energy into something useful. There were raven bodies everywhere. The precision of the wounds. Renato recognized her style.
It appeared that she was single-handedly turning the tide of the battle. Good. That left the Emperor with only the core. Against him, all the rebels, his daughter, and her ravens. He wished he was fighting alongside her. But they'd meet up soon enough. Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Again. This time, he'd make an end of him. He'd screwed up last time, but he had a good feeling about this time.
Zenobia was cutting down the Emperor's bodyguard like they were mushrooms. The Emperor was frantically readying some arcane instrument, brass and hammered steel wrapped around a glowing, thrumming sphere. Skyripper's core. Zenobia! Bernardo shouted. But he had no idea what else to say. Revenge! She shouted as she cut the last bodyguard down. A ray lanced out of the sphere. Everything around her burst into flames, but her sword seemed only to absorb it. She walked towards Isengrim III like she was walking against a river. Nothing could stop her. They were going to win. Zenobia stabbed the Emperor dead and flicked the moaning apparatus off. She was laughing hysterically. Or weeping, maybe. They had won. He ran to her. I killed my own father. She wept, and he held her. He told her he loved her. He would pull her back from the brink of madness. But the core thrummed louder and louder. At that moment, Bernardo understood that the core was going to explode catastrophically. And that this could have been victory. The Emperor and his daughter dead, the fleet destroyed. He'd almost been a hero. A legendary one, maybe. If only he and the rebel fleet hadn't been here.
I don't want 20 ores on. What up? K9. K-Push. Let's see. Meet the scientist. Meet the trunk. I like the I like how the fighting style is. There's a bunch of stories, so it keeps you busy for a while. Just waiting for Nerdy to stream. Let's see. See, I have to do all these lights. I'll show you if you're still in here. Why is it going slow? When you continue, it restarts you at the beginning. So you have to pick different stuff.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer.
Pieces of the Skyripper had surfaced. Bernardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend
Yeah.
rescued.
That music's annoying.
Bernardo had a pretty
They really need to
suspicion
fix that
Kino
app.
had betrayed the rebellion, and he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage. Every child knew about the Skyripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces deep.
So sometimes I gotta pick the same stories over, so I had to pick different stuff.
Bernardo wasn't exactly sure how to use the legendary weapon. But surely there must be some way to do it without provoking another catastrophe.
Had he somehow summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the Earth? It was more than
But
Renardo could
it's like
fathom. But if he could find the
45
legendary
minutes
weapon, he
long
would use it.
for each playthrough, okay? And you get stronger, so I think it goes faster.
As he set foot on the island, Bernardo couldn't help feeling a bit curious. Was Lupino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking
no, not
champagne
yet.
with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne?
I didn't have time
Did
to
rabbits?
buy it.
Bernardo felt oddly thirsty.
Ain't it like $60 or something?
Had he chosen the Skyripper?
I
Bernardo
forgot
never
what
made plans that required
somebody's
constant
called near you.
vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Skyripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
And after I platinum this and Virginia, I gotta find other games to play on stream. I don't really like playing Breath of the Wild because it gets boring to me. Even on online, I didn't really like playing online. Oh, I wrong sword. Trackman, how? Have you played any other snowboard games before? Wait, did I get it? I don't know even I asked somebody. Maybe it was you. Because I asked somebody about it and they were like, do you like it from any other snowboard game?
That had been his mistake before. Trusting his old friend Lupino, who'd been through so many battles with him and shed so many heartaches, who he'd rescued so many times. What was up with that guy anyway?
Yeah, I forget. I'm sorry if I keep asking you. I already told the heroes and Jellet, if I keep asking, I'm sorry. I do forget. I wish I didn't forget, because I want to ask you a lot.
Now, before I kill you guys, Bernardo said, do any of you know where I can get a smoothie around here?
I remember I had like snowboard 1080 for Nintendo 4. That was like the first snowboarding game I had. I got a snowboarding game on GameCube. I think it was SSX. Not sure which one. Oh, you like the flight stuff on there? Wait, wasn't it you that took that picture where you were flying or something and scaring somebody when they were snowboarding? That was pretty funny. And that they give SSX free for Plus on PS3. Yeah, perfect time. Imagine that game in VR. Is it part VR? Because that'll be crazy. Hearing somebody in the VR like that, like, holy shit. I'm saving up for the VR. That is one thing for sure. Oh, that sucks. Cause that would have been cool playing snowboarding in VR. Sweet. Hello, Crumple. Let me help. Oh, I was on the other side. Are you from New York, Crump?
There it was. Skyripper's Armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway.
How is it part of a weapon at all?
See.
He'd have to ask a scientist. First, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart.
How many games you got for the VR, K9?
Next island. Well,
K push.
Another island he could reach.
I forget which one to go
Zenobia
by.
had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
I gotta check, see which one. Let's see. Amulet. It's at the outpost. Oh, nice. For the VR or just regular? Because I heard it's a lot more scarier on the VR than the without the VR. There's a video of damn it, Cleveland playing it. It's kind of funny. I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't want to like the games get spoiled for me, so I just stopped watching. Find this. Okay, so oops, damn it, keep doing that.
Leonardo asked himself why he changed course.
I gotta get that game because I played the demo for it. I'm like, oh, I gotta get this
things, and he could never figure out why he'd done
when it comes out.
Usually, they worked out. After all, he was a hero.
Now, do you think it's harder to platinum a game on the VR than regular?
The truth is, though, he wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Swordfu School. He'd followed every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all, she was his enemy. No, it was solely because, know your enemy.
All right, maybe he should stop pretending. He knew exactly how she felt about him. But their love affair always ended with a tragic death. Unless, maybe he could find a way to dodge tragedy. Surely he could, couldn't he? Renato had been to a dungeon once where all the chests...
When Nerdy starts streaming, let me know, and
It had been a short visit.
when he's streaming, you let me know, you to leave if you want, because I'll probably be watching him too. Looks too good to play on it. I'm figuring, yeah. But do you think it's harder to platinum games on VR than just like PS4 with the controller? I know you probably didn't platinum a game on VR. I'm just like asking how did trophy wise. Wanda. Oh yeah, but like let's not say Resident Evil like some of your other VR games.
Ow, ow, ow.
I keep going this way, and this is just a dead end. I don't know why I keep going this way. See, I gotta like unlock all the stories and upgrade everything. That's the only things I gotta do left, and that's just grinding.
Works with Zenobia, then he done with the core, could he?
Everything else came pretty much natural on here. I might be streaming 2 games Sunday. Depends on how I do on Virginia, cause I'm almost platinum that, and I started that a couple of Sundays ago. I just got a couple of trophies where I have a restart from a certain spot. Hopefully I'll get all of them at once.
Renato wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core?
Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous.
Oh.
These streets were familiar.
Yeah,
The sword
when I bought pre-order Infinity Warfare with the remaster,
He knew that alley.
I guess they gave me like some code for a VR part.
Chosen to invade this island herself.
I tried to get it working, so I just forgot about it since I didn't really have VR. It's probably better if I like buy the parts one by one first, right? Like before getting the VR thing. Get the camera, then are the controllers the move controllers cheap or are they expensive? Oh, that's cool. Do you like the Driver Club VR?
Renato slinked through Zenobia's
I want to
ship,
see what it's
making no
like
sound at
to
all.
play VR.
Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom.
That makes no sense. It's a trap.
Shouted the Emperor.
I'll meet you at the outpost.
Maybe it would go on
and
sale
I'll bring
and I
my
get lucky.
interrogators.
If Renato came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
I gotta take off my hoodie from...
Did you? He asked her. She shook her head. He told her. His Majesty wanted to bring the lost
boiling
gods
my
back.
hoodie.
They could make him an eater of souls, an immortal. But to seal his bargain with them, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him.
That he's still
She was
not
stunned.
live yet.
Curious. You're lying. Under a truce spell, it's a trick. You can't prove that. Take me to the observatory, and I will.
I see Sunday Heat streaming on IG.
What kind of proof could you possibly have? She said as they landed on the Nexus. Your father ritually sacrificed a village. And
Oh, you use the steering wheel with the VR?
scientists
Oh, that's
resurrected
sweet.
one. Well, it's not really alive, but it can talk.
I'm just in here hunting, bro.
Okay. Oh, Jizzy on? Alright. When you leave, I'll in my stream. Ugh. Only have 2 chapters left. Thought I could have did it finished before Jesse got on. I'm thinking about it. Cause I really gotta get this game done. Cause I had this game way too long without a platinum.
She caught up with him. Don't.
Bare ass. Anybody see something they want, I'll grab it for them. That's my money in PayPal. You see something you want, I'll grab it for you. Other than that, they ain't got shit.
Oh, you wanna know how this one ends? Alright, I'll try to finish it.
With all the secrets he revealed to the
Cause
Emperor,
it's not that long
Ravens were
now.
probably heading for
I'm
the
on
secret
chapter
base.
4, I think.
Renato began to wonder if there would be anyone left to save if Zenobia changed sides.
I'm just try to speed run it and
Magical energy balls, immune to the laws of gravity.
that switched out my way. See, that thing helps me a lot. It helps me kill them. This fire guy you want dead as soon as possible, but he shoots this thing to make it explode while he tries. Yeah. But it's a little bit more grown up Disney. Just he trying to say adult stuff related. And I think he says fuck or something. He says a cuss word, I know that, I'm not sure which one.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The Ravens had burned the reanimated witness to cinders. Renato was stunned. There goes my proof. These are scientists, not rebels. Zenobia said, upset. Why would he do this? I don't know. Let's go to the fleet and ask him. Yes. I'll meet you in the mountains. There's something I have to get first. But could he afford to meet her in the mountains? He'd given the Empire the location of the secret rebel base. They would need rescue.
Oh yeah, I played that. Then I gotta do this one because I did the other one last time.
Was he going to meet up with her?
That was pretty fun.
More important to rescue the rebel council from the almost
I even played on the tank
Why was he in this war anyway?
controls where you have just only use the pad.
Did he just want to see
That
her
was
again?
pretty
One of these days,
annoying.
I thought I should really figure out my motives before I
Like
pounce.
on certain parts where I was trying to do. Man, hopefully we get some better games next month for free.
Was it true? Was he on this adventure just to see Zenobia again? The Imperial heir was not an easy catch to
Chapter
see.
4.
Well, she'd ignored all his Kwanzaa gifts. And on the other paw, trying to get a date by joining a war against your intended was, let's say, pretty optimistic. But on the back paw, thought Renato. Yes, it sounded exactly like him. Good. I'm so glad we had this little chat, he told himself.
Well, I'm trying to remember that other sword game that was on, we got free recently. Not recently, but I think a few months ago. It was kind of hard, but I liked it. Oh, the PC? No, I didn't play on the PC. I kind of want to be a PC gamer though. I just don't have the money for it. Because there's so many games I see on the PC I would like to play. I would like to see on the PS4. I don't know if you heard of this game called the Raft. Well, it's not the Raft, it's just Raft. You gotta survive on the raft, build it. I was watching videos of it. It was pretty cool. These people, they made it huge. Like there was a second floor on the raft. I'm like, how is that possible?
There were a lot of dead ravens along the side of the road. Someone had rampaged through here on a killing spree.
What had Zenobia gone to get? He had a chilling feeling.
And after this chapter, I just go to straight to 5 if there ain't nothing else I picked. They only let me pick 4 things.
You could tell her style from the blade work on the dead bird.
What's that game about? Project Reality? Or games? Is that Armature or is that a different game? Because I remember playing Armature. I didn't like that game. Some people did. I didn't. I forgot which one I had. Oh, like, oh man. Oh yeah, I had the one that was on Vita. That's no, not Vita. PSP. It was PSP because Vita was not even out at that time. So your wife made you buy any more pop? I have like as my title, I have the bots in the pop code to let people get a discount if they sign up for pop in the bots. Oh, that's cool. I might look that up just to see it. Now, is it not on the PS3? Or, I mean PS4, or is it just on PC? And there's a game I thought was supposed to be on the PS4, but I still didn't see it on the PS4. It was game battle or with these fighting something. Oh, you don't really like pops, yeah.
Bernardo wondered what he should do when he found Zenobia.
Oh, just PC. Yeah, there's I wish PC would make games for PS4. No, PS4 to play. So far, the only PC game that I know of that they put on PlayStation was Minecraft. I'm not sure about any others because I didn't see any that I knew I watched videos of. Oh.
He reached the summit, expecting no one. But there she was, steaming, pacing.
I'm gonna kill him, she said.
Come on, hurry
I'm
up.
gonna kill family and all their eggs and tadpoles. Then I'm gonna burn down their pond.
Did you go and get the Iblis stone?
Do you see all these ravens I killed? So much power.
Yeah. Great, Bernardo said.
You really want power from a demonic rock? You want the stone, don't you?
Not really.
Good. I'd rather not have to kill you.
He told her he loved her. That he wouldn't let the Iblis stone take her,
Even if he had to die for it.
well, he planned to tell her. Now didn't seem like the right time.
She'd probably cool off in a bit. So he let her get
Oh,
in a ship
DC,
and fly
that's
off.
one of the games I
He rushed
want
back the
to
far
come
ferry
to
and
PS4.
followed her, keeping a healthy distance.
Zenobia's
Yeah.
ship was just visible through the clouds ahead.
That'd be
How could he
crazy.
reason with her? But he had to. The rebels were down for the count. No wonder. He'd betrayed the location of their base and then he'd abandoned them. And if she became Empress while she was in the grip of the Iblis stone, if she became Empress by murdering her father, she could still be a great Empress.
I can't skip this part.
But she could also be a
Bummer.
nightmare Empress.
She had to be stopped.
Oh. Let me tell you. And this is the last chapter.
There were more dead ravens along his path. Some of them wounded in the back. He knew she could have easily talked her way past them, or clouded the little tiny raven brains with a spell. She was going out of her way to kill everything in her path. This wasn't Zenobia. Not as he knew her.
I like those survival games. Have you seen, I'm not sure what the game is, but it's a game on PC where if you die, you come in certain place. Depends on how far you get. I think it's like a different survival game.
Led right into the middle of the fleet. It was a glaring weakness in the defense.
No. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the name is. I see people playing on Twitch, but I didn't see the name. Well, I was not in their Twitch live, so. Oh yeah, sometimes this game, the what do you call it? The landings, they don't fully show sometimes, so it look like you're walking on air.
Stronger, bolder. If only he could figure out.
Yeah, I borrowed that from the library. I just had way too many games to play.
That's what it meant to be a hero.
And I was kind of getting bored.
Darkness in your loved one's soul. To have faith that was still good in her. To help her out of that darkness, no matter what the cost.
Because I get like bored sometimes after I play my game.
She'd kill him if he tried to take the.
And I think that's what happened. I was just in my bored mode. Because I do that a lot. Like, I have nothing to play and I have so many games to play. I'm hoping that I get a story. I didn't do this part already. Because as soon as I get more of the story things, I'll be good. Are you done download Little Big Planet when it was free? Yeah. Oh yes. I hate when it trashes. And I don't even know how to undo the patch so I get the platinum fast. I gotta get that thing. Because I told somebody I'll platinum it. I think this is the end right here, because when this comes out or when I go up the other way, it's the end.
The end of the trail of raven corpses was Zenobia. Her father was frantically rigging a strange apparatus wrapped around a glowing core. "Don't do it!" he shouted. "You'll hate yourself in the morning. Stay."
Come on, don't tell me I did this one already.
He screamed in a horrible voice he'd never heard before. It froze him in his tracks. The Emperor stared at him. "Run," he told the toad, "or hop." But he didn't manage to voice it, only think it. Zenobia stabbed her blade forward, and His Majesty fell dead.
Not yet. I'll put it on my library though.
Or was she weeping? Just walk away. She laughed at him. I've no more use for you. There was something he needed to do.
Because I seen it in the platinum, so I put it on my library.
So he did as he was told. As he walked away.
How is it? Is it an online game where you play with a lot of people?
The light in the sky seemed to dim. He didn't dare turn. He had a nagging feeling.
Because I played Neverwinter, I like that. I just couldn't find enough people for some of the quests. Like there was a quest I needed everybody, a lot of people, and I do it, but I don't think we did the right quest. I think we had to hit this switch to make it go to this other thing, because we were fighting a bunch of spiders, but I don't think that's what I had to do.
It was
That's
too
the
late
quest.
to do anything.
Come on. Oh, damn it. I must have did that one. So I thought I pit. That was disappointing. And they don't really tell me the right name, so I don't know what no. Well, you're gonna watch you don't watch the Nerdy Effect K-Push, because I'm ready to get it in my stream to watch him. That was really disappointing. I thought that was a different one. Alright, I'll see you there.